Hey, my Legion, how y'all doing today? This is a video about what happened to me last weekend, and this was I was going to film outside, but it's raining off and on really hard, so I'm just going to stay in here. It's raining right now, and we need the rain because we're under a drought, a water conservation thing where you have to reduce your water usage by like, they said like 10-15% or something like that. And it's good it's raining. I need to mow the damn lawn, but I can't mow it now. Anyways, I want to talk about my experience at Niagara Falls. Now, I wanted to put the thumbnail that Roland took of me in front of the build sign saying Niagara Falls State Park, but I didn't want to, and the video's called My Experience at Niagara Falls. I didn't want anyone to think I filmed everything there, where this is just a story about what happened to me, and also all the pros and cons, and there are cons, about my experience there. So, when my sister had ideas, as she said, summer bucket list, and we were talking about Niagara Falls for a couple of months, well, maybe 2 months, maybe, or maybe longer than that, because she saw that thing about saving money for the Discovery Pass. And when she said bucket list, it in a way it kind of scares me a little bit, because it's like things to do before you die, and this might be the first and only time I go there. I wanted to experience the two, especially the two main things, May of the Mist and Cave of the Winds. Now, I did film some stuff at the aquarium and a little bit of odds and ends after that, and I have a little bit of video of that that'll probably be up in a day or two. So, I want to tell you about my experiences. First of all, Friday I was talking to Gloria, and I was trying to figure out, I did that video about community picnic being canceled again. And I asked it, do you know if anything about old fashioned days? I did not see one single. Usually you go somewhere they have like a bulletin board and they have like all signs saying come to old fashioned. I didn't see anything. She said that she saw something in the West County Times or something like that about old fashioned, little thing about it. She said it was supposed to be last Saturday, and last Saturday is the day I go to my sister's place. I got a couple little videos of my sister's place too, to show you, including that one about the half-pound bacon club that I already did, and also one with Alice and one with my YouTube channel on Roku at my sister's place, and also a Taco Bell video coming up later tonight. And that's when you saw stuff, because I know Steven and Taylor and I went to my sister's Saturday, and that's when I did that triple-double crunch wrap thing, and then I have one other Taco Bell review that it'll be up later on in a couple days that I did with them, too. Okay, well, anyways, we got up early to go to Niagara Falls. And on the way down there, my sister said, you got to check out this place out. It's called the Agora Travel Plaza. And we went there, and I have a story about that place, too, in a separate video. It kind of floored me, one thing. We were driving down there. I'd never seen any other restaurant. I'd never seen a rest stop like this. Because usually a traditional rest stop, in the 80s, it was like, you go up there, there's like one or two picnic tables. Like a little building. Inside, there's like a phone and some maps. Maybe like a vending, a pop machine or snack machine, and two bathrooms, and that's about it. This one, you go up this one way, and there's like a big regular full-function gas station, plus a little store right there. And there's like this place you walk into, and you go, and there's like a little passageway, and you walk across this bridge. And it's enclosed, and on the other side they have all these restaurants like McDonald's and Cinnabon. My sister got something from Cinnabon on the way down there. I didn't eat anything because I'll tell you why I didn't eat anything in a little bit. She got like something for $5. She couldn't eat it. She says too sweet. Roland says too sweet. My niece ate it. I didn't have any. I never had Cinnabon before. And they had Annie M's, McDonald's. I had a story about McDonald's. That's the thing I'm going to be telling you about later in another video. They had like a little visitor center for Niagara Falls, information about that. Gift shop, Subway, Sue's Southwestern Grill, like a pasta and pizza shop, a whole bunch of different places. I thought it was really cool, but wait till you see that video called Ripped Off at a McDonald's Rest Stop. That's crazy. Anyways, we were on our way down there, And because she said she was down there like 6 years ago. She's been there a few times with her and Roland got married. And she said she remembered going to Goat Island. And she said parking was free and she went there and it was really easy. She went in and out on all the events and stuff like that. We got down there and it was packed. It was crazy. She went to that first parking lot that the one girl said was free and then it was all full. And then we ended up getting parking. The other parking was $20 for parking. And it was cash only. And she didn't have any cash. I didn't bring any cash because she said, I asked her, they take debit cards. Said yes. I brought my debit card. I always bring cash. That's my fault too. That was a big con right there. It was a bitch and a half trying to get parking in there. And we went in this parking garage. Parking garage was the shadiest thing I've ever seen in my life. And then the elevators, so dirty and filthy. It seemed like you were going to get robbed or attacked or something like that. And this was like big in Niagara Falls. And she said she didn't remember it being so commercial. There's stuff all over the place. We passed by a wax museum. All this other stuff. This giant thing was supposed to be like a Mall of America, Made in America store or something like that. Had a touch of India. That Indian food smelled really good. My sister didn't want any though. And we weren't going to eat. We wanted to experience everything. We went through got the Discovery Pass. And this is the one that really hooked us in. Discovery Pass right here. And basically what this is, you got, they had a big sale up until the 19th of October. And it said Discovery Pass vouchers must be redeemed at each attraction prior to entrance by October 19th. And I think it was October 19th. And they had a special where you could go see 5 attractions. May of the Mist, Cave of the Winds, Niagara Gorge Discovery Center, Niagara Adventure Theater, and Aquarium of Niagara for $45. You save 29%. I didn't think that was bad. And I end up, here's a little photo from that Cave of the Winds too. And they have like a little map. I mean, some of it's torn off now. I mean, they showed it where some of these areas are at. And, yeah, like this part right here with this other stuff. And we went on the American side because they said on the Canadian side it's you need a passport and stuff. People say it's more fun on the Canadian side though. But we went on the American side. And I bought a ticket for my niece also. My niece was just going to buy her own. I said, I'll buy yours, Taylor. She said, you sure? And I said, yeah. Yeah, I'll buy your own, Tay. She said, thank you. Because Taylor was nice enough to buy everyone tickets to see Christopher Titus at Junior's Last Laugh a few months ago. And I had a little video about that. You know, and I got to take photos with him and stuff like that at the end of his autograph stuff. That was really cool. And she was nice enough to buy us all tickets. And also with that, you get all these coupons that, you know, you have to be down there to use these coupons and stuff. Well, anyways, you have to go through the visitor center, I think, after you buy it. The one thing I didn't know was the Adventure Theater was right in the visitor center. And we didn't know where the hell the Adventure Theater was because it's not on the map. It's right in the first floor of the visitor center. If you go back, you go out there, go back, we probably walked right by and we didn't even know it. And so, in terms, the first thing we went to was May of the Mist. And May of the Mist was awesome. That's that, I almost said train ride. That's that boat ride to get you real close to the falls. And that's the reason why I didn't eat anything. Because I was afraid I was going to get sick. Seasick on there. Because I'm not a... The last time I had experience on a boat was whenever we used to do the family reunions. In Helen, they had like a place on this one, like a boat place. And I know Connie and Hap had a pontoon boat. And we were on there and they said, you want to take a boat ride on? Yeah, and the boat kept going like this. I was like, I never threw up, but I felt really queasy and really sick. It's just a pontoon boat. It's like, oh Christ, because I was nervous about Niagara Falls. I was like, oh God, Jody, I'm going to get sick. I don't want to throw up on you guys. And thankfully I didn't get sick. It was a smooth boat ride. It was fantastic. Yeah, and what happened was, yeah, there's lots of walking. The big line, but the line goes by really quick. A boat leaves every 15 minutes, and they're really pretty good about getting people in and out. So first of all, that includes the main mist includes the observation deck too. I think the observation deck, if you just go with that by itself, is $3. But I mean, you should go to the main mist too. I can't remember. And you go in there, and you're given. Hell, no, I forgot. No, you go through a line, and then you go through a line. You give them your one ticket, and they have these little stubs right there, and they said avoid if detached, and they have to attach, and they give you a ticket. Hold on to the ticket. Go on this elevator, and you go right through this cool observation deck, and you can look at it. It looks really awesome. And you go up to these elevators, and they heard people in there. So many in this one elevator, so many in this one. I think it was 4 elevators. And you go to the ground, floor, and then they give you these ponchos. And I have mine. It has Made of the Mist right there. And you can keep your poncho if you want to, obviously. Okay. And what happened is they take you on a boat ride, and they get you real close to the falls. It was fantastic. I didn't take any photos. My sister had my camera in her backpack. I was just going to save it for food reviews and stuff, but I didn't film that much there. She kept it in a Ziploc bag. She said you should keep all your stuff in a Ziploc bag. I had my wallet, and I had my camera, and keys in a Ziploc bag. I gave my camera and keys to my sister. I kept my wallet in a Ziploc bag. That's probably a good idea. If you go there, make sure you put your wallet and stuff. Anything will probably get wet in a Ziploc bag in your pocket or something, just in case. But no, that ship got real close to the falls. It was really cool. They had a good tour. I could hear most of the stuff he said, the information. Sometimes you couldn't hear everything. It's like a 2-floor boat. It was really awesome. I had a good time. And you get misty, and it's really, really cool. I can't describe it. If I filmed it, it wouldn't do it justice. You have to go there yourself. And that was a full-on 10 out of 10. Now, and then when you came out, they said you can keep your ponchos. A lot of people, I think my niece kept hers. I kept mine. It says since 1846, Niagara Made of the Mist. Now, the weird thing is they had a gift shop. All the gift shops were really expensive. I didn't get anything, and the funny thing was people were getting rid of their things, and then there's a big pile at the bottom, and Roland was looking and laughing and said, if you wanted to fold it up poncho, they're $1.29, which isn't bad for a poncho. That's probably one of the better deals at the gift shop. Because they had some cool stuff like magnets and stuff like $5 or $6 for it. I was like, I didn't feel like paying $5 or $6 for a magnet. There was one I really liked. I should have gotten it, but no, I didn't. So that was Made of the Mist. And it was fantastic. Go ahead and take this off. Now, we didn't know what we were going to do next. And one thing with Discovery Pass I didn't mention was it said unlimited rides on the trolley, which is cool because the trolley takes you all over, and it has a scenic view, and the lady does little things about info, like a tour guide type thing too during the trolley ride, and it said for an individual ride it's $3 per adult and $2 per child, which would get really expensive. But I mean, you get unlimited ride on the trolley. You put a blue wristband right there, so that's cool. That's part of the Discovery Pass too. So we didn't know exactly what we're going to, and my sister said, well, let's see where the trolley takes us, and she said Cave of the Winds, and those are the two main big things right there. So I said, let's do that. So Cave of the Winds really on the other side. It was a drive through the trolley, and then when we got there, there was a huge line, and it was hot out. And I'm not gonna lie to you, the line absolutely sucked. It sucked bad. I mean, we were in there. My sister said it seemed like an hour and a half. It seemed like the line took forever because it's a one-by-one person. It wasn't big groups of people like on Made of the Mist where the line goes. This line took forever. And the thing is, you can stay down there as long as you want it during that thing. And I know tempers were flaring, not for me, but for two other people after it was over. Not me and my sister, though. And I was there, me, my sister, Roland, and Taylor. And just because of the heat and stuff like that, it was really painful. And there was a bunch of people that, they had like a big circle that was centered, and they had like kids sitting down in the middle of the thing, and like a guy laying down trying to get some sleep and stuff like that. He looked like he was exhausted. And probably had like a family member. When they get to a certain point, they tell them, and then they come back in line. It seemed like it was like an hour and a half. We were trying to get everything done in one day, and I was nervous because I that's why I did a video saying I wasn't going to do any videos for a while, because I thought the next day, because we were only there one day, we came back Sunday night. I didn't know how late I was going to come back. I was like, figured I was going to be dragging. I had to go to work the next day. So, I mean, you know, I had to be, I wasn't going to feel like doing any videos in a while. And I didn't do any new videos until Thursday, maybe? I mean, I pre-posted those ones on Wednesday, and I decided to post that Arby's half-pound sub that I did Saturday night on Tuesday night. Anyways, that line sucked. And then when we finally got there, finally got through, you know, we gave them the tickets, and then you go through another line, you go to this trailer. And the trailer is, they give you special sandals, and they give you these, and you have to put your shoes in this bag, and it says Thompson's Water Seal right there, and it says NewYorkParks.com official recreation, and they give you these sandals, and I'm size 13, by the way, so anyone knows. See, look at that. And it says Cave of the Winds, and these are yours to keep. And it says Niagara Falls State Park. I guess they give you special sandals with traction and stuff like that because it's slippery down there. Well, anyways, you get those, and then you have to put them on, and you have to put your own sandals and shoes in this bag, and you carry it around with you. And then you go on another line, and it takes you to these elevators. And only so many people go down at a time. And then you go off there, and there's like a big ramp that slopes down. And it's all musty and steamy and stuff from the heat and stuff. And then you go down these big winding staircase. I mean, these are huge stairs. Because there's a lot of steps in Niagara Falls. It's actually, you do these attractions, it's actually exercise too, a lot of the steps you take. I know this one couple on the trolley later on was complaining about the steps. And you go down these steps, and they hand you these other ponchos, these yellow ones that say Cave of the Winds. And it was weird, I put mine on backwards because it said Cave of the Winds on it, and I thought the logo would go on the front. This time it went on the back, so I put mine on backwards. I had to switch around, but these ponchos were tough to open. These were completely packed. They were like grocery bags. If you go to produce section and you can't open one of those grocery bags, trying to open up with your hand moving like that, that's what it was like. It was so tight, and everyone was so hot and miserable. And you put the things on, and it made you hotter, and it like really stuck and clung to your body, which is good because you get really wet during this one. And yeah, those ponchos sucked. But then we went up to the thing, and it was awesome. You see the falls come down like that. You can walk up, and there's one thing where there's all this water. It's like they had like a tread there because all the algae makes it really slippery. That's probably why it's a good idea to have these shoes. So and your feet don't get soaked, saturate your other shoes. So that's probably a good health thing too. And then I wore these the rest of the time I was there. Yeah, and we went there, and they had something called the Hurricane Deck. Hurricane Deck was awesome. You get right into the action of the falls coming down. I was giggling. I know Roland and Taylor didn't want to do it. Jody came up, and then she was laughing at me laughing. I wish it would have been funny for her to film me laugh and stuff like that. That might have gone, that's like Chewbacca woman type laughing territory that might have hopefully gone viral. That would have been awesome to have a viral video. That was fantastic. And then you go right to sing, right to fall. I turn your back. You try to look up. It's kind of hard with water coming down. You turn around with your back, and it hits your back, and it feels like a really rough back massage. It was really awesome. I loved it, and that made it all worthwhile. And then when we came back, we finally done with that, and we went up to the elevators, and there was a thing, and then there was another line going up to the elevators. And by the time we were out of the, by the time we were in line, some people were complaining, not me, saying they didn't feel good or feel right because of the heat and stuff, and they were all cranky and bitchy and stuff like that. It wasn't like that with Made and Miss, but this one is what kind of changed the mood somewhat there. But I loved it. It was, the line sucked. You have to be prepared to be in a line. I can't really say anything else. You have to be able to put up with a line that do this. I mean, hopefully, if you're really lucky, there's not a line at all. But I mean, the line sucked, but the experience was a 10 out of 10. But because of the line, how bad the line was, I'm going to have to give it an 8 out of 10, even though it was still the second best thing there. Because the experience was a 10 out of 10, but that line sucked so bad it knocked it down to an 8. And one thing I forgot to say, when we were going back for May the Mist, there was like the staircase that went up there. No one wanted to go up there, and there was a bunch of people. There was rocks up there, and everyone said, "Don't go on the rocks." A bunch of people going on the rocks. I mean, the people there did not listen to anything, and the kids listened even less. And my sister said, "Wait for those dumbass fall off the rocks and stuff." There's a bunch of rock formations. I wish I would have went up that staircase to Niagara Falls, but no one else wanted to do it. I didn't want to lose my sister and them because there was a lot of people there. Or I would have went up there too, but oh well. That was in May the Mist, not, is that broken? Okay. Not Cave of the Winds. And my sister said it was the first time she went on a hurricane deck. The hurricane deck is fucking awesome. But that one thing where there was another level with all the water coming down, that cold water with that heat, that cold going over your feet felt so good. It was awesome. And then they said these were yours to keep, And they said you can recycle the ponchos. I was definitely going to give this one back. Mine was too saturated and it ripped. And my sister just ripped hers off like that. And there's like a recycle thing for that. I didn't keep that, but I did keep the Made in the Mist. The Made in the Mist one, it was made a lot better than those other ones. I think the other ones were more thin and clingy to keep you from getting super doused. I was somewhat wet. My sister was super wet in the front and back. I was somewhat wet in the back, a little on the front. Well, anyways, people were grouchy, and they said they were hungry. And we went to the Cave of the Winds Cafe. I was going to do a food review, and then I asked if I can have my camera. My sister said, "Really?" And there was like another family sharing the thing with me, so I didn't do a review of that. But I got my sister, Roland, myself, all got a double cheeseburger and fries, and it was like $10.85. It was a little expensive. Well, pretty expensive. Thankfully, I had a 7-Up in my sister's backpack, so that I got it country fair for 77 cents. So, I mean, if you want, take drinks with you, so at least you can save some money on drinks. You might want to, or they said you can pack sandwiches and stuff. But I mean, eating there was pretty good. That it was done on a touchscreen like they have at Sheetz, and it was cool. There was a very big double cheeseburger for $10.85. What do you see about what happened at my McDonald's? That McDonald's ripoff. I'm not doing it in this video. I gotta do it for a separate video, but you'll be floored. Well, anyways, I thought the food was really good. I didn't film it, but I give the burger probably 9 out of 10. I give the fries a 10 out of 10. They were perfect, well seasoned and everything. They were delicious. And we shared it with this one family. Like I said, my niece wasn't feeling good. And she got a burger, regular hamburger and fry. I think it was $8.50. I don't know how much the drink was, and she only took one bite. I felt bad, and she couldn't eat anymore. And that kind of like, it was worth it, but that kind of like took the sales out of everything. Just that damn line. That was a definite con there. The line front and the line back, going back to the elevator wasn't as bad, but it still sucked. And they were saying, yeah, let's go someplace where it's air conditioned. All the other places were indoors. Now, the aquarium was next. And we took a big thing in the aquarium. The one nice thing was the aquarium and Discovery Center are real close to each other. It's the Discovery Center, plus you go this huge bridge that goes over this highway. It arcs up and it goes over. And then the other side's the aquarium. And my sister wanted to go to the aquarium first. So we went there, and it was like 2 floors. No, I actually filmed some footage from there. Now, we did check everything. I saw a lot of creatures I never seen before. I know my sister said it wasn't that good because she went to one at Mall of America. She said that one was awesome. You know, it was expensive. It was really small, 2 floors, but there was lots of things I never saw before. Like seahorses, and I didn't film. I should have filmed the seahorses. I didn't. Oh no, I didn't because there was music playing leading up to that sea lion thing. I didn't want YouTube to get pissed off at me. Say match third-party contract. Such a pain in the ass. You know, I'm trying to film something because there's a stupid song playing in the background. Sometimes they get on you for that. It was cool. I saw a lot of neat things. I did that. I took a photo. My niece took a photo in front of that shark I did for Jaws 5 Food Reviews for Beware. I like that photo real well. And what hell else happened? Yeah, we stayed there. And the lady said that sea lion show. My sister was saying the sea lion show is worth seeing. We saw sea lions outside, and we went in there. It was pretty cool, and they did the sea lion show. We got like we were up top looking down, and I think we got bad. We sat in a bad area where we had to keep crooking over like this to see what was going on. It was a 15-minute show. It was okay. By that time, when it first started, it was 5:30 in the afternoon. Cause we got there at 11 o'clock. It was 5:30 by the time they had to see. That's to show you how long that line we were in line for that Cave of the Winds thing. And it was okay. Like halfway through, the 7 minutes into it, it was kind of very repetitive. My sister said, "Are you getting bored?" And I was like, "What are you?" And my sister was like that. It was okay. I think it's because we got shitty seats. But it's very repetitive and stuff. There's only one sea lion there. It was entertaining for what it was. It was kind of cool. It was okay. It wasn't equivalent to that Shamu show that they don't show no more. I was lucky to see another one of those at SeaWorld. It was alright. I liked it though. And then after that, we pretty much... Well, there was like a big break. My sister was going to get pop for Roland. And she had to go to the ATM to get cash out, and then it charged you like $3 to get cash out. That's another con right there. And pop machine, everything was sold out. She was lucky to get one pop for her, one pop for him, and she got pop for herself. He ended up throwing his away. Oh well. You know, I mean, they should have someone stock those things. Everything was sold out. Like I said, the kids were all over the place. They don't listen. Another con. I mean, just with misbehaved kids. I mean, because me back then, if we went there back in the 80s, we'd get hit. Our parents would beat the shit out of us. And it was weird because Niagara Falls, I always thought Niagara Falls is where you go on your honeymoon. I've never been married, nothing like that, but I'm really glad I went down there. And next was, and that was pretty much it. They were saying it was kind of generic, and it was cool, but it was cool to me. I loved it. Like I said, sea lion. My sister said she doesn't remember the sea lion show being that lame. She said it was much better when she went down there. But for what I saw, I'd give that probably a 7 out of 10. Now next was the Discovery Center, the one that everyone bitches about. I've never been there before. We went back over there, and they said that the movie was about to start, and there was like a surround sound. I thought it's where's it at? It has a multi-screen theater showing 12,000 years of the Niagara River or something like that. And it was like a little thing with a bunch of chairs that seats 45 people, and there's like little teeny tiny screens, and they show like individual things. It's like a 10-minute movie. It's kind of like an infomercial type thing of the park. A lot of people are saying it's very boring. I couldn't understand what the lady was saying. You know, they had like different images on there. I mean, it was nothing spectacular. And then they said, experience the life of the Niagara Falls. And they showed like this giant centipede. I don't want to see that. And then they showed like the birds and the seagulls and stuff like that. That was kind of cool, but I don't want to see no centipede. And they could have showed a squirrel hopping across 3 screens or something like that. That would have been neat. Other than that, they had a bunch of interactive displays Um, and all of them were broken. Because people were bitching about it being broken. I didn't see the whole thing. I went to, they had a gorge camera. I said, I want to check out the gorge camera. And I was pressing on the button. I got to zoom in after about a minute of monkeying around with it. I couldn't get any of the other ones to work. And that's where Roland had that thing where you stick your head in there and you get your photo taken. I got a couple photos taken there. But quite frankly, the Niagara Gorge Discovery Center sucked. It sucked really bad. People were saying, I wish I could have checked out all the displays, because they wanted to go because they said, ladies and gentlemen, the trolley's coming to pick everybody up because they're getting ready to close, which I thought was kind of rude. So he went outside, and like I said, Niagara Gorge Discovery Center sucked. I'd probably give that a 2 out of 10. If they had the displays working and I could check out and interact with all those, I probably gave it a higher score, but they were all broken, and that shows just they don't give a shit. That was a really disappointment. And then there's, like they said, for separate fee, there's a 26-foot rock climbing wall that represents a great gorge or something like that. I didn't think it was that high, and I definitely wouldn't have paid that. I didn't think it was that high, and so I definitely would have paid that. I think that's a ripoff. That should have went with the thing. And there was no one there. Hey, Maggie. There was just a bunch of kids looking around and hopping stuff around there. But I don't know how much they would charge. That's a ripoff too. And the admission for that is like $3 for adult, $2 for kids. Even that's ripoff. And people were saying on the Yelp reviews, because I checked a whole bunch of them, most of them were scathing. Only one or two good ones. They said even if it's a part of your Discovery Pass, skip it. But I was like, if it's part of your Discovery Pass, what the hell? Go see it. The hell with it. You at least watch the movie and then make up your own mind if you like it or not. Right, Maggie? You spend your money, you might as well check it out. But I thought it sucked though. But it's worth checking out. I would love to have checked out the whole thing because they wanted to leave early because they said they weren't too enthused. After the movie, 10 minutes later, they wanted to go. But I didn't check out everything. I wanted to check out every station, but I wasn't able to on that. Because it was getting late. It was probably about 6 o'clock, 6:15 at the time, and the trolley was coming. I filmed a little more stuff because they closed at 6:30. And the last thing was Niagara Adventure Theater, and that was where they had the IMAX movie. They don't have the title of it. There was I don't know why they have the title on it. It was Niagara Falls Adventure, something like that. And that was right in the first floor of the visitor center. And this is the IMAX theater that said over 14 million people seen this movie. And that was no lines in that at all. The only thing that sucked is we missed some of it because it's already started. And we went in and watched it. It was very entertaining. They were talking about people who discovered it, and then they were talking about the daredevils that tried to venture over. It was very entertaining, very well done. That was really a cool movie. I guess somebody on Yelp said that their 12-year-old said, this sucks. Yeah, sometimes these young kids, But I thought it was really cool. I really enjoyed this movie. It was very entertaining. I give that a 10 out of 10 too. It was for the movie and stuff. It's nowhere near as good as the May of the Mist or that, but it'd probably be third place on my list of the best. It was really cool. I really enjoyed the movie. So I liked that. And then after that, we went to the gift shop again. And boy, were they expensive. Went through the main Niagara Falls gift shop because usually, I was at that gift shop for the museum in Pittsburgh. I wanted to get a couple things to review at home, and I thought that was kind of pricey. This was far more expensive. And we went to the food, and then Rowan said, "Look, you can get a chocolate covered barrel, and it's half a barrel." That was $11. And like I said, people were saying how expensive that candy bar was from the museum I got with a dinosaur on it from my sister and I. It was $4. They had something similar to that, but just packaging was a little different. $11. Jesus Christ. Everything was really expensive there. And they had some stuff that didn't have price tags on it. And I'm worried about anything with no price tags. They were selling DVDs of the IMAX movie too. I didn't buy that. And I really didn't buy anything. And my sister said, "Did you buy any superheroes?" And I said, "No." I thought it was too expensive like that. I had like the thing for May the Mist and the sandals. However, we wanted to go through that Mall of America thing, and then not Mall of America, Made in America store. And it's trying to be like Mall of America, and like I said, they had some really cool stuff in there. Where the hell did I put that one thing at? And we saw, and they had like this one guy selling a bunch of stuff in front, and they had some bargains. And I checked that out because I love fridge magnets, but every fridge magnet there I thought was too expensive. And he had these one that's like 3 for $10. So I was like, well, that's a lot better than paying like $5 or $6 or $7 for one. So I'll show you what I got. And their sales tax is 8%, which sucks because ours is 6%. So it came to $10.80. I got, what really caught my eye were these. I got one of this. A gold-plated $100 bill. That's pretty cool. I got, let's see what. Wait a second. I got distracted again. I think someone gave me a shot. They said they're doing 2 videos in one day. Whether it's amateur, I think someone was insulting me on that video. But oh well. Like I said, this one caught my eye. I got this, and I got 2 other ones. I had to get one that said Niagara Falls. Yeah, Niagara Falls, New York. I wish they had those May of the Mist ones I really liked on there, but they didn't have them. And I got this cool metal one of New York that I really liked right here. So these were 3 for $10. So I mean, I think I did a good on that. We went through that one store again and had that Indian food. My sister didn't want anything, and I know Joe was telling me about it. I should go to Anchor Bar and stuff like that. And it's like, no one was interested. And there was like a little ad for that place when we went through that travel center or travel plaza, that Agora Travel Plaza. And anyways, we went home, and I got home at 10:38, so that wasn't too bad. Because I was afraid I'd get home at midnight and then have to get up at 7 in the morning and I'd be dragging for work. That's why I did that goodbye video. And I wanted to now talk to you about prices. I wrote everything down, and I got the actual prices of the items. I did a little research like a day or two back, and like I said, all together, all 3 items were $45. Where's that thing at now? And then they had like the individual rates for each item. I'm going to go ahead and tell you what I thought was the best and worst attraction. Now, the best thing is May of the Mist because they get you in and out really quick. I know talking to Roland said if we go there again, we'll just go to May of the Mist and stuff like that. I know he hated that fucking line. Second best, I gave it 8 out of 10 was Cave of the Winds. That really was awesome, but that line sucked so bad I had to knock it off. But that's really the second best thing. Third attraction is Adventure Theater. And then next would be the aquarium, and dead last would be the Discovery Center. And if I went there again with all 5 things, I'd probably go Adventure Theater first, because it's right there, and it gives you lots of information about it, and then you can appreciate the falls a little more. And then May of the Mist, then go along that thing to Discovery Center. Might as well go to Discovery Center first and skip that rock wall because you get charged additional fee. That rock wall is not worth it. And that didn't look like no damn 26 foot. It looks like maybe 12, 13 foot, but I could be wrong. And check out everything. Hopefully they'd have everything working by the time you get there. But Discovery Center sucks. But I mean, check out the movie there. Make up your own mind about that. And then the aquarium, and then leave it off on a high note with Cave of the Winds, even though it's expensive. Now I want to go ahead and tell you the prices, the main admission prices. It's usually the May of the Mist is $18.25 if you pay just that admission. I'm doing the adult price, not kids prices. Cave of the Winds was $17. And that together was $35.25. I'm taking that from that $45 from the Discovery's Pass. So the other 3 items split together would be $9.75. So not too bad for those 3 items. They shouldn't charge anything for that Discovery Center. Not even $1. Well, even $1. Even $1 would be pushing on that one. But add it all together. Cave of the Winds was $17, $18.25 for May of the Mist, $3 for the Discovery thing, $11 for the aquarium, which isn't worth $11, $12 for Adventure Theater. That's not worth seeing that movie for $12. It's $61.25, so you save $16.25 with the Adventure Pass. Like I said, that Adventure Theater is cool, but it ain't worth no $12. The aquarium, like I said, the aquarium's not worth $12. It said no refunds on it, and I assume the Discovery Center said, which is $3 and $2 for kids, said no refunds. That's not worth that either. Just for how amazing that May of the Mist is, 18.25 is worth it, and 17 for the Winds. But if you can put up with that line, it's insane. So there you have it for my video of my Niagara Falls experience. This is a long one. I thought that one I was talking about Friday the 13th would be long. This is over 41 minutes. So this is my complete Niagara Falls experience, and now I'm going to do that thing about my ripoff at Rest Stop McDonald's. So until next time, bye, please take care of my Legion. All right. And then, like I said, all the photos that they took from me in Niagara Falls is that in that aquarium video that I edited together a couple days ago. So I hope you liked this video. This is my complete reviews, thoughts, opinions, pros and cons of Niagara Falls. It's really expensive. And then I was talking to the doctor. I just went to see the doctor. I'm in perfect health, by the way, on Friday. Pretty much. And he says, like, a lot of those places, the tourist traps, like those museums, like $15 to get into, like, they have, like, a Believe It or Not museum. Lots of really cool stuff on the Canadian side. But, I mean, we went to the 5 attractions during the Niagara Falls, on the Niagara Falls Discovery Pass. So it was pretty cool. So until next time, bye, please take care of my Legion.